this time. I want to go to a mountain I could climb. I want to rhyme greater than the dictionary. I want to do things that I feel are kind of scary at first. I want to walk home backwards and remember all the streetlights. I want to do things like I want to do them and not really get into fights. And I want to be a good person and I like to stop my cursing. And I want to do things I don't need rehearsing all the time before.
Welcome to 2009 EcoFestival. I'm Reza Fakhari, the Associate Provost at Kingsborough. EcoFestival began 4 years ago when two faculty members who are passionate about environmental problems and challenges approached the president, the provost, and then me about holding an annual eco-consciousness raising event. Well, this is the fourth one we have held, and massive credit is due to Professors Tara Weiss and Betsy Macaulay. The mission of EcoFestival is to raise ecological literacy, promote meaningful dialogue about environmental issues and sustainable development, inspire grassroots environmental action and stewardship, and foster civic and global citizenship. We thank you, students, faculty, staff, and guest speakers for participating in our annual event, which celebrates Earth Day. Our theme this year is Living on Earth. As you can see from the program brochure, we have put together an exciting and very educational 3-day event for you. Please come to as many activities as you can, and don't forget to post your comments regarding EcoFestival on the discussion forum of the Student Board Assembly. And Janine is going to show to you how to access that. So that is Student Board Assembly is here, and we show us the Student Board Assembly website. And you see EcoFestival here, and then show us the discussion forum. This is the write-up, and then you click there, and then if you go down, you see that the discussion has begun, and there are some professors and students already posting. If you go and post there, you're going to get one of these compact fluorescent light bulbs from Con Edison for free. We simply need you post that, and then you come to my office in M386, and we'll give you one of these, or your instructor, your professor can ask, and we'll give it to your class. Please, because we want a deeper engagement on your part, so we need you to go there to post your comments, exchange ideas, and you'll also be interacting with the students globally. It is now my honor to present to you the President of Kingsborough Community College, Dr. Regina Perucci.
Good morning. Good morning. That was pretty weak. Good morning. I need a lot of energy from here. I'm delighted to be here today to open the 4th annual EcoFestival, Kingsborough's 3-day series of events dedicated to learning about our environment and the environmental challenges that face us now and in the not-too-distant future. Our EcoFestival coincides with the National Observance of Earth Day, as Professor Fahari said, which since 1970 has been the day designed to inspire awareness and appreciation for the Earth's environment. Along with this sense of appreciation, though, must come a sense of stewardship. Stewardship, you may ask, what's that? Very simply, it's responsibility. It's the careful and responsible management of something entrusted to our care. And what is entrusted to our care is this very earth on which we live and on which we are all dependent. Stewardship is also a sense of responsibility to those who come after us, to the generations that will either thank us for our thoughtful attention to our natural surroundings, or who will be immensely burdened with trying to clean up the mess that we've left them. Throughout the past couple of years, especially during the presidential election and the inauguration of our new president, we've heard a lot about change and the need for change. It's a word that we all ascribe to, but I'm not sure we fully grasp how important it is. Because change isn't easy. Yet there's probably no more important area of human activity where change is so critically important as is our relationship to our environment. Because if we don't change, things won't change. And unfortunately, unless we're presented with a clear and present danger that we all recognize, we are very reluctant to take action. Take, for example, our approach to automobiles and gasoline. Last year, when gas prices soared, sales of gas-guzzling vehicles plummeted, and there was lots of talk about small cars and developing alternate fuels. Recently, gas prices have come back down, and focus on fuel efficiency has vanished. And I understand that even in the midst of our recession, sales of SUVs as a percentage of all vehicles sold are beginning to rebound. We can't afford to have such short memories. We can't afford to be inattentive to persistent environmental problems. We all can play a part in creating the climate for change that can combat climate change. We can commit ourselves to doing the little things that eventually add up to big things. We'd only be doing a more careful job of recycling at home, or reading a label before using a potentially toxic product, or drinking our excellent New York City tap water rather than buying a name brand bottle, or supporting companies that act in an environmentally responsible way. We can all do something, even if it's only a little. And that little something can also mean becoming more knowledgeable and an active voter. I was pleased to read that one of the missions of this EcoFest is to promote the concept of civic engagement and global citizenship. It's becoming increasingly important to know where our elected officials stand on environmental issues, because they will write the laws, they will draft the regulations, they will appoint the public officials that will have a profound impact not only on how we behave as a nation, but on how we act internationally to solve problems that have no national bounds. As Robert Kennedy once said, few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all those acts will be written the history of this generation. When this festival was first envisioned over 4 years ago, there wasn't much discussion in our university about sustainability or going green. That's changed, and I think Kingsborough can take great pride in the fact that we've been active and continue to be active in advancing the conversation on environmental topics. We have a fine program of events lined up over the next few days, and I want to thank the many members of the Kingsborough faculty from a variety of different disciplines who are participating in various capacity. And I'd like to personally thank Professor Tara Weiss for her leadership over these years. And with the support of Dean Fahari and the Kingsborough Center for Teaching and Learning, they've done an excellent job in expanding this program. We've also had corporate support for our effort from Con Ed, National Grid, and the New York Times. I want to thank them for their participation and for their support. As many of you know, National Grid has been a wonderful supporter of Kingsborough over a number of years. The chairman of the board of our foundation is from National Grid, and they've been very helpful to us, as has Con Ed over the years, and the New York Times. And of course, I welcome all of these distinguished guest lecturers to our college, and thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to share your work and your insights with us.